Welcome to the Stress Outlet. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, also known as Dr. Unstuck. I'm here in Seattle, way up there at the Hyatt again, different Hyatt though, actually, Hyatt Regency. And so what we want to talk about today, what I want to talk about today is, sort of a threading after, an expansion on you are a masterpiece. Here's the thing, to move into your masterpiece self, the highest vibe version of yourself, it's very, very, very important to realize that most limitations that we have, the majority of limitations we think we have, don't exist in reality. They only exist here, right in the cabeza, right in the mind. And so the thing is, there's something called confirmation bias that also keeps that going. Because we can become, we can be addicted to certain thought patterns from the very beginning. We can be addicted to being in survival mode. That's definitely one I wrestled with for years, before I kind of worked through and learned how to release and shift and all of that. Because here's the thing, we will continue, if we're on autopilot, we're going to continue to look for what we already believe about ourselves and the world, actually. So all those limitations, we're just going to, if we're just kind of like, kind of like sitting back with it, living passively rather than deliberately, confirmation bias is all about it, full throttle. Oh yeah, I know, that's what we do with this. We land on the shame launching pad. We land on the deprivation launching pad. We land on the guilt beater landing pad. We're going to all these limitations. I'm not this enough. I'm not that enough. I'm not that enough. I'm not this enough. Is all going to just be strengthened. So the only way to free ourselves from that, remember, Dr. Unstuck, that's what I'm all about, is to learn to change the thoughts that lead to the beliefs. Remember, thoughts, when they grow up, become beliefs. And here's the thing, we've been talking a lot about the power of emotion. So we want to rehearse. Whenever you catch yourself in one of those old pattern places, recognize that pattern. That is the key to personal freedom, is recognizing the pattern, and before we can change it. So we've got to realize what we're doing and then change it. So here's the thing, when you start to sort of build that new neural pathway with that new belief, the opposite of the I'm not enough, I'm this enough, I'm that enough, I'm great at this, whatever. We've got to feed it full throttle with emotion, because emotion is what drives that belief to become stronger and stronger and stronger. And emotion is how we turn thoughts to things. Literally. That's how we change our reality, is to change the thoughts that precede, that dictate the feelings, which then lead to our actions. So we gotta really focus full throttle on envisioning, how you're gonna feel as this new version.